Hello everyone and welcome to WhiskyWars. Today we have an unusual review on the channel. We've got an Irish versus a Scotch whisky. Now these are two bottom shelf budget whiskies. As cheap as you can find a whisky, these are there. So I wanted to review these two to see which is actually better. If you're on a budget and you want to just find the cheapest whisky you can get, do you go Irish or do you go Scotch? We have the Jameson Irish whiskey, bottled at 40%, against the famous Grouse, which is a blended Scotch whiskey, bottled at 40%. Okay, let's pour them out. And I'm using a tour glass, probably for a reason. They're both screw cap whiskies, which usually is a sign that they are the cheaper sort of whiskey. But let's see. I have a sample here of the famous Grouse. I've never tried this whiskey before, so this is going to be a first time. I am acquainted with the Jameson though. So on the nose, I get pretty much, there's three notes that I get on this whiskey. There's apples, so orchard fruits. There's a vanilla, so you've got that citrusy pop with and sharp sweetness with a more of a subtle, deeper sweetness in that vanilla cream coming through. But to be honest with you, what spoils this whiskey is the ethanol note. It's a very strong ethanol quality to this whiskey. It runs quite thin on the nose. It is quite sharp. You do get a little bit of a vodka sort of neutral spirit kick. Let's nose the famous Grouse. Oh, far more interesting on the nose. Yeah, far more interesting. It's giving me a butterscotch caramel sweetness on that nose. Think Werther's Originals. If you know that hard candy sweet, Werther's Originals, that's on the nose for the famous Grouse. Maybe a touch of orange in there, but very, very subtle. A little bit of brown sugar. Nowhere near as strong of an ethanol quality in the famous Grouse compared to the Jameson. Honestly, I'm not getting too much more than that. These are going to be simple whiskies. They're bottom shelf whiskies. They're not designed to be complex and full of flavour. They're just designed to give you a little bit of something nice, mass appealing, palatable, inoffensive, without breaking the bank. Very, very simple difference. The famous Grouse is going to give you that toffee, caramel, Werther's Original sweetness, with actually not much ethanol kick to it at all. Really impressed with that. The Jameson is going to give you more of a citrus, an apple, an orchard fruit sharpness, but made a little bit more subtle with that vanilla sweetness, but it has the most amount of ethanol. Okay, let's get on to the taste. And guys, if you like this style of video, please do click the like button down below, but most importantly, if you haven't already, please do click that subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel to grow, so I'd really appreciate it if you do that. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. That would be amazing. Okay, let's get on to the taste. And also, I'm just going to drop it in there. This is filmed a couple of days before my birthday, but this is going to be released on Monday, which is my birthday. So I'm almost 30. Yeah, crazy. I started this channel when I was 25 years old. I think, from what I've seen over the years, I'm probably the youngest whiskey reviewer on YouTube. I don't know whether I still am, but I don't know if I've seen anyone younger, so maybe I still am. Hopefully, by the time next year comes around and I'm 30, there'll be a couple more people that are in their 20s coming to take that mantle, because whiskey is an incredible, incredible drink. It's an incredible experience. It teaches you to think. I think you're less likely to be an alcoholic on whiskey. It teaches you to appreciate, to drink slow. Very different to modern culture. with alcohol. So I think it's a real big bonus, and I really try to get as many young people into whiskey as I can. So who knows, maybe there'll be some younger people taking on that mantle in the future. But yeah, I should say, actually, if you do want to get me a gift, because this channel is no money, I don't earn any money or anything like that. This channel is purely to just help the viewer, help you watching, or to give a little bit of light entertainment or something. And I really enjoy just doing it. I just enjoy drinking whiskey and talking about whiskey. People who comment down below, it really makes me happy, and I really enjoy doing this sort of thing. But if you do want to give me something for my birthday, please do click that subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do, but it would make my birthday a little bit more special. So thank you. Okay, let's just get on with the taste. I've been talking for way too long. For me, you may have already noticed, I did a recent video talking about my worst 3 Irish whiskies. This one did feature on there. I do not like this whiskey, and I like Jameson. I've got some Jamesons that I just love. I think I've got about 10 different Jamesons. I really enjoy Jameson whiskey, but I really do not enjoy this one. I do recommend people avoid this one, because the taste there, you're not getting much, honestly. It's way worth paying a bit more, I think, for more flavour, but in the purpose of this review, what am I getting? The apple note is still there, but more subtle than it was on the nose. The vanilla sweetness is coming through still, just as strong as it was on the nose, which is pleasant. I like that. But it's thin, the finish is short, and it's got this neutral spirit note to it, and I just do not enjoy it at all. Yeah. On to the famous Grouse. Hopefully this one can do a little bit better. Again, I actually think what I am going to say to complement the Jameson a little bit is the 3 notes that I get on there is more than I get on the Grouse. The Grouse is really just going to give you a butterscotch Werther's Original sweetness. And that's about it. But I have to be honest, I actually prefer it. I prefer that the famous Grouse is just giving you there's a simplicity to it that's really quite enjoyable for the amount of money that you're paying for this whiskey. If you've watched my other reviews, those whiskies are going to be a lot better. But in terms of budget, bottom shelf whiskey, this might be one of the best ones. It's really pleasant. I'm not getting an alcohol kick to this whiskey. It's soft, it's sweet, it's buttery. I enjoy it. I enjoy that. I enjoy it more than the Jameson. So both these whiskies are in the UK supermarkets. You can pick both up. They're incredibly accessible all around the world. For me, they're about £15 to £17 in the UK market. I do prefer the famous Grouse. I actually will not mind finishing off this sample at all. I may even buy a bottle of it in the future. The Jameson, however, I will not be buying another bottle of. So in this review, for bottom shelf whiskey, Scotch takes the win. Now, if you agree or disagree, please do let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please do drop a like on the video, and don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. I'm actually not going to be doing much on my birthday, actually. I'm just going to be staying in, having a night in. I'm getting old. Yeah, I might pour a nice whiskey though. It won't be one of these. Might be something a little bit nicer. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all for the next Whiskey War.